And there we go. Hi, welcome to Poeting. I'm Nicole Carter, and today I'm interviewing Naomi Head. Hi, Naomi.
Hi, Nicole.
Tell us a wee bit about yourself, please.
Yeah, so I'm Naomi Head. I'm a writer and poet based in Edinburgh. I run the Chicken Coop writing group at Lost and Leith on the last Tuesday of every month. And I also write the Good Egg Project newsletter as well, which has lots of events and opportunities for writers across Scotland.
Fabulous. Right, okay, so let's just get into it. Just if we could hear a couple of your poems, that'd be great, thanks.
Yeah, so my work has changed quite a lot. So I'm going to give you like one from sort of like earlier in my writing journey, and then maybe a couple sort of like later as well. So this first poem is from my poetry zine Kitchen Love, which was published by Type Wrong Riso Studio back in 2023. Unfortunately, it's currently out of print, but I'm hoping it'll be back in print this year, so you'll be able to get your hands on a copy then. But yeah, these poems were written from an essay called Cupboard Love, which was written by a writer called Ella Risebridger. So these are Kitchen Love after Ella Risebridger, and this is Kitchen Love 4. I measure love on the kitchen scale, a practical method for finding out your feelings for a person. Try it with me. Pick a person. Close your eyes. Imagine you're in their kitchen alone. Are you comfortable? Have you been there before? Do you know them well enough to make yourself a cup of tea? Would you open their fridge or start digging with both hands in their sugar bowl? Open your eyes. You don't need to ask these questions often or make a habit of ranking your friends and loves, but the kitchen scale is a way to understand how people love. You see, kitchens invite intimacy. I touch with my hands the things that will go in your mouth. I taste what you taste. I make this for you because I love you, because you want it, because you need it. This intimacy is most important when someone we love is dying. You have to know who to call first, who should be there, who should come. When someone is dying, you can only have people in the house who know their way around the kitchen or who aren't afraid to try. There is something about death that makes it vital and urgent and necessary to live properly and well, both hands in the sugar bowl.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I've actually got a
I,
copy of Kitchen Love.
sorry.
I've got a copy of Kitchen Love.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Yes.
good stuff.
Yeah, they're very sort of like grief filled poems, but there's something sort of positive and hopeful in that grief
Mhm.
still. So sometimes it's kind of hard to like read them, like depending on how sensitive I'm feeling, but yeah, it's always nice to revisit. Um, so this next one, I've been writing a lot about womanhood, which I suppose is appropriate for International Women's Day.
Of course, yeah.
Um, so this one is called Period Pants. It's not rocket science. You are the secret sauce. Blood magic in every period. Pants, cloths, cups, pads, cotton, and paper wadded together. Work to catch your sacrifice. You just bleed on them, wash yourself, and reuse this ending over and over again for 40 years. Your younger self welcomes this guest, even if she arrives unexpectedly or early. Her elemental spirit keeps you fresh and free. Hours pass for days as your older self waits for the goddesses to come and absorb not just the guts you leak, but the rare waste in your mind, preventing loss of activity, speech, sweat, and sleep. Your insides howl deeply at your every crimson moon, until your tide pulls you into a long, keening croon. And this last one, um, like a lot of creatives, I'm working on like a million different projects at once. So the last poem is part of like a larger collection manuscript that I'm working on. And then this next one is from a manuscript of a poetry pamphlet that I'm hoping to produce later this year or at the start of next year. And this kind of looks at low income working class culture, also like the state of the job market at the moment. So I always kind of preface this one with a kind of slightly tongue-in-cheek content warning of like for anybody who's been looking for a job, who's recently been looking for a job, or who's just got a job and gotten out of this. So this one is called Move Forward, and it's an echo verse and a found poem kind of made up of those stock phrases from rejection letters from jobs and stuff. So this is Move Forward. Dear candidate, applicant, Naomi, Naomi, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thanks for your interest in the position of communications officer, copywriter, writer, content writer. Writing is highly competitive. Competition was fierce, fierce. Our other applicants were fiercer than you. This time, this time you have been unsuccessful. This time. We are sorry you have been unsuccessful. We're sorry, sorry. We know this must be disappointing news. This news must be disappointing. We hope you are not too disappointed. But you have been unsuccessful after interviewing, unsuccessful after shortlisting, unsuccessful after longlisting, after applying, after submitting your portfolio. We received a high volume, large volume, unprecedented volume of applications. Your application stood out, 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 but we have to throw you out the window, out the door, out the pile. Due to the number of applications were overwhelming, and we cannot provide feedback. Feedback is unavailable at this time. We wish you all the best, all the best, all the best, the best, the best, the best in your searching your search as you move forward, not backward, only forward, 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 keep moving forward, forward, keep up with the search. One day you will find success, or success will find you. Sincerely, best wishes, kind regards, and all the rest.
Brilliant. Yes. Had a fair few
Thank
of those in my life. It's when they send it by text. Have you ever heard one of those?
you.
Oh, harsh,
No.
harsh, honestly. I had an interview with
Ooh.
an unnamed large pensions company, and yeah, the interview was by phone, and
Mm,
a text a few days later, no, don't want you.
that's awful. Like
I
that's worse
know.
than the email.
It's terrible, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. It's a minefield. But those were
Ugh.
brilliant. Thank you so much. That was,
No, thank you.
I love the Periods Pants one as well.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun one. Like it's nice to kind of like chart the journey of what it kind of is to have a period across your life and the different ways that like you welcome it sometimes and the ways that like
Mm.
you'll probably miss it like just as it's starting to fade out and stuff. But then there's also like
50
that
years
sort
old,
of
it's no longer
power.
happening.
There's a power and a freedom to like not having to deal with that anymore.
Mm.
So yeah, it's kind of interesting to think about it because I'm in my mid-30s now. And my doctors are some of them are like asking about if I'm thinking about having children, and I'm like, I still don't know.
Mm.
Um, and just like the pressure there is to kind of like hold so much in a body that already goes through so much as well.
Yeah, well, that's me pretty much it. I
Mm,
think I'm out the other end of perimenopause. It's been hellish, but
yeah.
you get through it. You do get through it.
Mhm.
Well, in my experience,
Yeah.
um, I know there's a lot of women that still struggle out there, like for a long
Mhm.
time. But yeah, I seem to be through the other end. I mean, it's, there's still aches and pains and kind of just generally getting older, but it's not remotely as bad as it was,
Yeah.
thankfully.
Mhm.
But yeah. Us, yes, for International Women's Day, these are the things we have to put up with. I know
Mhm.
guys have their own things with their own hormones and various things that they go through.
Mhm.
But yeah, obviously I can't speak for guys because I'm not one.
Mhm. Yeah, we all have like the things that we carry, and it's never to negate somebody else's experience. But I think, like you're saying, there's so many women that struggle with their menstruation when they have it, and then when it starts to kind of like fade out as well. And then when it's completely gone, like there's another journey, and it's tied up in so many things, like the sort of the value of women or the value that's like placed on women and the visibility that women have, especially as they age.
Mhm,
Like it's something that we need to talk about more, and there needs to be more understanding of the very big life changes that women go through because their bodies change in such like noticeable ways. It's like a man's hormone cycle is completely different to a woman's. Like ours is a 28-day
mhm,
like hormone cycle, generally speaking.
mhm,
And a man has a 24-hour hormone cycle. So it's just a completely different process. But it doesn't mean that we shouldn't talk about these things that women need to support them through those massive transitions in life. Like, we're talking about menopause, but I remember like during my teens towards when people were starting to get their periods, and it was like this whispered about thing, and like you'd have your tampon or your pad shoved in your sleeve and you'd excuse yourself to go to the bathroom, or you wouldn't do swimming lessons and stuff, and it was
yeah,
like very rarely was it explicitly spoken about as to why people felt that way, or like how we can support like young women and girls going through that, and
mhm,
then keep supporting women throughout the rest of their lives as like again these changes become more like bigger and more dramatic essentially. So it's nice to write about and to process for myself, for sure. And it's nice that poems like Period Pants exist and people can start those conversations, and they don't necessarily have to come from a place of their own experience. Like they can also be like, and I heard this poem, and then that
mhm,
starts a conversation. Like that's the power of art for me.
mhm. Exactly. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I could talk for ages, but yes, the power of Instagram is
Yeah.
it's a restriction.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, I could talk for I've got so much I could say on this subject, being through the other end of it now, so but as I said, I've got to stick to the script. Right. So yeah, let's meet for a coffee and chat about it, or even do another interview and just about that. I'm kind
Yeah.
of keeping to the script for these ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to make them longer, but it's just not possible.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's right.
so yeah. With all that said, where can we hear you recite?
So at the moment, not on a full performance break, but I'm doing like minimal performances. But you will be able to see me at places like the Loud Poets Open Mic, the Drafted Open Mic, Poetry and Pints, the Sad Song Club. I'm hoping to get over to Glasgow at some point to go to things like the Poetry Experiment, um, curlers, Chris Backett poetry, maybe hopefully one day the speakeasy. But yeah, at the moment I'm trying to keep it to a good balanced minimum while I'm doing my masters.
Okay, cool. There's loads going on, isn't there? I mean, the poetry
Mhm.
scene's incredible. It's just there's loads of stuff happening
Yeah.
everywhere. Um, right, okay. Where can we buy your work?
Um, my most recent publication was with Guava Poetry, which you can buy at local bookshops, but I believe you can also buy it online on their website, which should be guavapoetry.com, but don't quote me on that.
So that's Guava Poetry.
Guava Poetry, yeah.
Guava Poetry. Right, okay. And I got your kitchen love from Typewriter.
Yes. As of now, though, it is completely sold out, but I am hoping to do another print run very, very soon.
Okay.
And when that happens, it'll be at Type Wronger. It should be at places like Argonaut Books, Lighthouse Books, the Book Nook in Stirling, and also Good Press over in Glasgow.
Right. Cool. And your poetry plans for 2026, please?
World domination. Um, no, my poetry plans for 2026. I'm working on a pamphlet manuscript, as I said, and I'm hoping to have that kind of in a good shape by the end of this year. So either released at the end of this year or at the start of next year.
Cool. And what socials are you on, please?
I am on Instagram at Naomi EAH with an underscore at the end. You can also see me on Substack with at thegoodeggproject.substack.com. And that is where I post lots of events and opportunities for writers of all kinds based here in Scotland.
Fabulous. Thank you very much, Naomi. I'll
Thanks,
chat to you in a
Nicole.
few seconds, but for now, I'm going to hit stop on the record if I get it right. See you later. Thanks, folks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.